Hello everyone and welcome back to LBB's English class. In lesson 1, we have learned exclamation, and now in this lesson, we are going to learn about 5 basic tenses that you should know first. So, let's start our lesson, shall we? Apa sih tenses itu? Tenses adalah bentuk kata kerja yang perubahannya dipengaruhi oleh waktu dan sifat kejadian. Tenses penting untuk dipelajari karena semua kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris tidak lepas dari tenses. So, here are the 5 basic tenses that we are going to learn from this video. There are present tense, past tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and then the last, future tense. Okay, let's talk about present tense. Present tense dipakai ketika kita ingin menyatakan suatu peristiwa yang terjadi karena kebiasaan. For example, he always gets up early. He always gets up early. The children sometimes are naughty. The children sometimes are naughty. We sometimes forget our passwords. We sometimes forget our passwords. Nah, bagaimana kita bisa mengetahui jika sebuah kalimat menggunakan present tense? Kita bisa mengetahui jika sebuah kalimat menggunakan present tense dengan melihat to be, verb, dan adverb of time yang digunakan. Ada 2 bentuk verb yang digunakan di present tense. Verb 1 digunakan untuk subjek I, we, you, dan they. Verb 1 berimbuhan s atau es digunakan untuk subjek he, she, dan it. To be yang digunakan di present tense ada 3. Ada is digunakan untuk subjek he, she, it, am digunakan untuk subjek I, dan are digunakan untuk subjek we, you, they. Adverb of time yang menandakan present tense ada 7, yaitu every, always, often or frequently, usually or generally, sometimes or occasionally, seldom, and never. For example, Number 1, Eugene play football every Sunday. Eugene play football every Sunday. The answer is Eugene plays football every Sunday. Eugene plays football every Sunday. Karena subjeknya Eugene, kata gantinya he, maka verb play berimbuhan s menjadi plays. Number 2, the nurses usually read at night. The nurses usually read at night. The answer is the nurses usually read at night. The nurses usually read at night. Karena subjeknya the nurses, kata gantinya they, maka verb read tetap dibaca read tanpa imbuhan s atau es. Number 3, he be always cheerful. He be always cheerful. The answer is he is always cheerful. He is always cheerful. Karena subjeknya he, maka to be yang digunakan adalah is. So, I've prepared an exercise for you on present tense. I'll let you think the answer for 10 seconds. So get ready. Let's start. Number 1. Darwin drink the medicine every day. Darwin drink the medicine every day. The answer is Darwin drinks the medicine every day. Darwin drinks the medicine every day. Number 2. The shoes be always on the shelf. The shoes be always on the shelf. The answer is the shoes are always on the shelf. The shoes are always on the shelf. Number 3. James seldom arrive on time. James seldom arrive on time. The answer is James seldom arrives on time. James seldom arrives on time. Number 4. The secretary be often busy. The secretary be often busy. The answer is the secretary is often busy. The secretary is often busy. Number 5. Jane and Jim generally go to bed late. Jane and Jim generally go to bed late. The answer is Jane and Jim generally go to bed late. Jane and Jim generally go to bed late. We can also change the positive sentence into the interrogative or negative sentence by using auxiliary verbs. And the auxiliary verbs used in present tense are to be, is, am, are, and to do for subject I, we, you, and they, and does for subject he, she, and it. Here are the examples on interrogative and negative sentences. Father goes to the office every day. Father goes to the office every day. It's a positive sentence. Then the interrogative. Does father go to the office every day? Does father go to the office every day? Then the negative. Father does not go to the office every day. Father does not go to the office every day. Another examples. Julia always watches cartoon. Julia always watches cartoon. It's a positive sentence. And the interrogative. Does Julia always watch cartoon? Does Julia always watch cartoon? And the negative. Julia does not always watch cartoon. Julia does not always watch cartoon. Pay attention to the interrogative and negative sentences. When we use does for both interrogative and negative sentences, the following verbs become the infinitive of verb 1. Next example. They occasionally do the homework together. They occasionally do the homework together. It's a positive sentence. And the interrogative. Do they occasionally do the homework together? Do they occasionally do the homework together? And the negative. They occasionally do not do the homework together. They occasionally do not do the homework together. The clothes are on sale every month. The clothes are on sale every month. It's a positive sentence. And the interrogative. Are the clothes on sale every month? Are the clothes on sale every month? The negative. The clothes are not sale every month. The clothes are not sale every month. So here are the step-by-step how to make the interrogative and negative sentence. For the positive sentence, we have the dog waits for its master every 5 p.m. The dog waits for its master every 5 p.m. Step number 1. Choose the correct auxiliary verbs. We have known that there are two auxiliary verbs used in present tense. There are to be and to do. We use to do when there is a verb in the positive sentence. And we use to be if there is no verb in the positive sentence. Since there is a verb waits in the positive sentence, so we use to do as the auxiliary verbs. Step number 2. Which one? Do or does? Okay, so we have to do as the auxiliary verbs. But which one? Do or does? We use do for subject I, we, you, and they. And we use does for subject he, she, it. Subject in the positive sentence is placed in front of to be or verb. So the subject is the dog and its pronoun is it. So we use does for the interrogative and negative sentence. Step number 3, put the subject after do or does. We have known that the dog is the subject, so put it after does. Step number 4, put the verb after the subject. Don't forget to remove the s or es. Step number 5, write down the rest of the sentence and don't forget to add the question mark. And the interrogative sentence is, does the dog wait for its master every 5 p.m.? Does the dog wait for its master every 5 p.m.? For the negative sentence, you just need to put do or does plus not after the subject. So, the negative sentence is, the dog does not wait for its master every 5 p.m. The dog does not wait for its master every 5 p.m. Contoh lainnya, the night classes are usually long. The night classes are usually long. Karena di kalimat tersebut mempunyai to be, yaitu are, maka kita hanya perlu memindahkan to be di awal kalimat untuk membuat kalimat tersebut menjadi kalimat interrogatif. Jangan lupa tambahkan tanda tanya di akhir kalimat. Maka, kalimat interrogatifnya menjadi, are the night classes usually long? Are the night classes usually long? Dan untuk membuat kalimat tersebut menjadi kalimat negatif, kita hanya perlu menambahkan not sesudah to be. Maka kalimat negatifnya menjadi, the night classes are not usually long. The night classes are not usually long. Alright, that's for the present tense. So we have learned the present tense and also how to make the interrogative and negative sentence. For the past tense, I will explain it on the tenses part 2. So, see you next part. Bye-bye.